Hello and welcome to the FF Talk. Yes, I am back. But I'm not just back, I'm back with a better segment, a fun segment I like to call. This one, the football reflections. Reflecting about just times I would say have been memorable, both the good and the bad. No filter here. It's gonna be just straight up discussing past events, how they've influenced current events in the game of football. But yeah, let's dive in. On this particular episode, I'll be talking primarily about the Manchester Derby, Manchester United. As you can see, I mean, this is my club. This is the team I support. I've been supporting this club since 98-99, that season of football, which coincidentally was the year that we went ahead to win the treble. Mind you, I had no specific thing showing me that okay, this was going to be the year we're going to win the treble. I mean, if I had such power, I mean, I'll be doing other things by now. But no. Yeah, the Manchester Derby. Um, Fell in love with Manchester United, 99, like I said, 1999 season, courtesy of my biggest football influencer, David Beckham. Um, he was awesome, man. His style, his swag, everything about him, his football. It was an all, it was an amazing guy to watch. Grace wear that Manchester United jersey. Yeah, that one. Actually, I have a segment coming up on that too later on about how he influenced the game, how deep it was for me. But yeah, I said this is the football reflections. So Manchester United, fell in love with them 1999. The style of play, the kind of players they had, caliber of players they had, from Dwight York to Andy Cole. I mean, those guys, the personalities were just wow, amazing, man. Two different personalities, by the way. Yorkie was the guy who was popping up the collar. Andy was the guy who was more cool, relaxed. He did his job. But I believe, if not the greatest player in the Premier League to date, one of the best. One of the best. Those two. Roy Keane. I mean, I could go on and on with these players. Yap Stam. But like I said, Manchester Derby. Oof, times have passed. Times have passed since '99. The glory days, as they call it. Sir Alex Ferguson, God bless him. He did a lot with Manchester United. Saf has been a huge influencer for the game and the club, a great ambassador. But when you hear the word Manchester Derby, by the way, Manchester is just an amazing city that I haven't had the opportunity to go yet, but I hope one of these days I'll be visiting there. But I mean, the music, the fashion, the work ethic. So I'm trying to get a bottle of my malts here while I talk. So I'm just kicking back. That's the music, the football, fashion, the industry. It's a massive city. When it comes to football, there are two clubs that come in mind. You have the red side and you have the blue side. Fortunately for me, I'm on the red side. And I would say fortunately for the fans who are on the blue side, they're having one of the most fantastic eras they can ask for in the game, courtesy under the management of Pep Guardiola. But when you think about the Manchester Derby, the first thing that comes to mind for me would be a couple of things actually. I can't just pinpoint one thing. There are loads of things that come to mind. I would say for me you think about Rooney's goal, Wayne Rooney, the bicycle kick he had against City, that for Nani crossed that ball. Still one of the best goals in the Premier League. I think if anything that's close to that right now is the goal Garnacho scored against Everton in this season, this year. But yeah, that goal, man, I this it was unbelievable. It's not something you script. If you watch that goal again and you see Sir Alex Ferguson's reaction, it tells you the story. What else comes in mind? Tevez. Yeah, Tevez, which is strange, right? Tevez played for Manchester United and he's been in a derby against City. Then he then transferred to Manchester City and played in a derby against Manchester United. So that guy doesn't care, man. Tevez just does his own stuff. He's like, I beg, I'll just be me and do what I need to do. I don't need to pay me my money, right? He didn't care about that loyalty or once you play for a club, you never play against their rivals, blah blah blah. He didn't care about that stuff. He lived his life. Respect to him. Who else? Balotelli. I cannot forget Balotelli. Balotelli, the "Why Always Me" sign shirt he wore after he scored that goal. That was the disaster. I can still see the clips. Was it 6 goals they scored against us then? Oof, talking about 6 goals, that's not fun, man. But yeah, this is reflections, you know. I should probably be laying down here on this couch, just trying to see like, hey, like it's like a therapy session. But no, Balotelli's zone was it's as if he had this confidence that I think he knew he was gonna score. So for someone to wear that shirt and just come on there and be like, "You have scored, always me," you know, always in the papers, always me. I don't know why he did that, but it's a huge part of the history of Manchester Derby now. What else? Michael Owen comes to mind. The last minute goal. Oh my gosh, I gotta sit up for this one. That goal gave me goosebumps. Funny enough, yeah. Before David Beckham, before I had this crazy fanatic thing for David, it used to be Michael Owen. And then I found out he played for Liverpool. But Liverpool is a great club, don't get me wrong. You know, when he scores, anytime I remember that celebration, it was like this in Premier League. But Michael was awesome, man. But for him to leave Liverpool and come to Manchester United, that was, well, it wasn't direct. I think he had played for Newcastle. I'm not sure when he joined Real Madrid. Did he join Real Madrid? I don't remember. But yeah, playing was wearing the badge of Manchester United, and it was a last minute goal. I think it was the 94th minute. The pass, I don't remember just saying that, but I just remember drifting the ball and using the outstepped side of his foot to just tap into the side corner of the net, man. Amazing times. But what else? Manchester Derby. Well, yeah, Manchester Derby. It's part and parcel of the city. I'm sure people brag about it every, like, you know, if you go to work, who won the last Manchester Derby. But for me, I've actually been to a Manchester Derby, to be quite frank. God bless my wife. She's awesome, man. Couldn't ask for a better wife. She actually gifted me a surprise ticket to go watch I think it was called the International Champions Cup, ICC Championship in Houston, Texas. And they had the Manchester Derby where it was, you know, it was the 2017 2018 season. I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe I was there seeing my boys play. I couldn't believe I was seeing Pep manage his team live and direct. I actually post some pictures on this video too, just to reflect on those. That game, I do remember the crowd was amazing. Just to see the caliber of how these clubs affect fans around the world. It's in Texas, but people are flying in from all over the country just to watch that game. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant, amazing moment. Just seeing the style of play, seeing the managers organize the tactics. I believe Ole was Ole still the manager then? Let's go back to the topic. But it was just being there, just seeing the players play. I couldn't believe it. Also today, I still have like goosebumps just saying that, wow, I actually saw this guy is playing in person. But it's been a wonderful loads of matches in the past. Unluckily for us, our Manchester United fans, we don't have the last say on this one because the last time we played Manchester City, it didn't look good. I couldn't even watch the game. I think it was on a weekend where I had to be at church or something. And funny enough, the next one for this season at the Etihad, it's a timing where hey, I gotta go praise the Lord, man. I don't have time for that right now, but I'll catch the highlights later. But in that game, Haaland and Foden, both of them 3-3. It was as if they're doing who can score better. Can you score better? Can you score better? Like what the heck? Haaland had 3 goals, Foden had 3 goals, man. What's up, United? And it's, man, I don't know where things are right now with the club performance. The last game I watched United play, oh my gosh, you should have seen. I think I need to do a live. People who are not United fans will be laughing at me, but those who are United fans will probably like console me because I wasn't having it at all. I was like, what kind of football is this? You know, it's one of the worst performances I've seen our players play wearing the shirt at Old Trafford against Fulham. Not disrespect to Fulham. I was happy for my Nigerian brothers. He will be Ambassi, but I'm not even going to talk about that. Scratch that. So, we're playing a team that Manchester City are not in the best forms right now of past glories that we've seen them, but they are finding a way to just get the job done. That's management. That's a football club. That's identity. They have the identity that they can't slip up. We've gotten to a point where you look at the Manchester Derby now, and I reflect on looking at these jerseys. I reflect. I'm like, man, I could feel the excitement of, oh, we're gonna take on these boys. You just don't know who's gonna win. You didn't know who's gonna win because it's football. Anything could happen, right? But now, what's gonna happen? I don't know. We're playing terribly as a team. Composure on and off the ball. I don't see the hunger. I don't see the zeal. When you wear the badge, when you wear the shirt, there should be this passion for playing for this club. I don't see it. It's tactics from our manager Ten Hag. Listen, I don't know who. I don't know, man. All I can hope for is this. I'm gonna stay positive. I like to be a positive person. Give us 90% effort, and I'm sure the fans will come with their own 100% effort because there's no 10% for fans. We go all out for you guys. I don't know how the game is going to go. I just hope it's going to be a great game. I want to see both sides having a go at each other, back and forth. You know, it'll just be amazing. The last great derby win for me, I would say a 2 for Manchester United that I do have great memories of was the one where McTominay scored. I remember that one actually. I was in my bachelor trip for my wedding then. That was in Vegas. That was pretty cool. I remember that game. That was awesome. And the Paul Pogba one, yeah. Which whatever is going on with him right now, prayers up for him. But yeah, we're losing that one 2-0. And Pogba, I don't know what Mourinho had said to them halftime, but Pogba just was a different beast, man. He came in there, scored the first, scored the second, and hey, we went on to win that game. But that being said, Manchester City versus Manchester United this season, I don't know what the outcome is gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know. But hopefully it's gonna be a good game. I'm really optimistic. Hopefully it's gonna be a good game. I'll be reflecting later on that game. If I'm happy, if I'm not, I'll just come and just chat up with you guys. But let me know, you guys, your your memories of the Manchester Derby, how it's what you remember of the Manchester Derby, the great times, your best moments of the Manchester Derby. Both, hey, you could be a Man United fan, you could be a City fan. It doesn't matter. This is the FF Talk, where we talk about anything and everything football. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.